We're good to go.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is the March 31st, 2021 meeting of the Babylon Town Board. If you're watching this live right now at 3:30 on the 31st, we are appearing live with our town board members and staff. There's a link on our YouTube channel that you can click that will take you to the agenda. It'll also give you the opportunity to sign up to address the board. If you're interested in addressing the board on either of the two public hearings scheduled for today, as well as the items that are listed on today's agenda, or if you're interested in addressing the board on any matters or issues that are not on today's agenda, you can click and sign up. If you're watching this at a later date, you can also still click the link and request information or pose a question that one of us will get back to you on, either matters on the video itself or any matters concerning town government, town services, just by way of explanation. So with that, I'm going to ask everyone to please rise for a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence, and I'd ask that you keep in your thoughts and prayers the brave servicemen and women serving our country, both here and abroad, as well as those in our town who are still serving all of us in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, particularly first responders and healthcare professionals, as well as those in our town who are suffering from the COVID-19 pandemic, and those especially who've lost loved ones. Thank you. Please be seated. Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta.
Here.
Councilman Martinez.
Here.
Councilman McSweeney.
Here.
Councilman Gregory.
Here.
Supervisor Schaefer.
And I am here. So all five are present. Again, just by way of explanation, if you're watching now, you can click on the link and sign up. If it's at a later date, still use that link, and we'll be able to get back to you to discuss any matters concerning town government or town services. And we'll go into the public hearings, and the first public hearing scheduled for today, which is a public hearing in reference to determining whether the premises located at 163 West 18th Street, Deer Park, New York, 11729, Suffolk County Tax Map Number 0100-059-03-155 is a public nuisance pursuant to the Code of the Town of Babylon, Article 3, Chapter 165, Public Nuisances. Do we have any speakers signed up for this public hearing?
Yes, I'm adding a Joanne Darmenio.
Okay. Okay, do we have Joanne Darmenio in?
She's on mute.
Hi, is this
Hi.
Joanne Darmenio?
Yes, hi,
Yes, okay, hi. Could you just state your name and address for the record?
Joanne Darmenio, 163 West 18th Street, Deer Park, New York, 11729.
Great, and you wanted to address the board during this public hearing today?
Yes, I did want to say, I mean, I've been here since October 2010, and my brother was alive then. He has since passed.
Is your brother Anthony?
Yes,
Okay, so he's the listed owner of the house.
correct, because when he passed, he had a subprime loan mortgage, and it was in negotiations, but he didn't tell us until the end. And then when he did pass, he had left me and my two sisters everything. And my oldest sister is the executrix.
So Joanne, just if I could ask you, when did he pass?
In 2013.
2013.
Mhm.
And so you just stated, you used the word executrix. So there's a probate proceeding that has been conducted in Suffolk County Surrogates Court.
Yes,
And has that proceeding been wrapped up?
Yes, I assume so. We've been in communication with the bank, but the problem was he was 285,000 behind at that time. So
Right.
that was just underwater, not even subprime anymore.
Right, but just the question I have is, so if he passed away in 2013, which is about 8 years ago,
Mhm.
and your sister, what's your sister's name? Who's the executrix?
Annette Andrews.
Okay, Annette Andrews. So Annette has the responsibility of wrapping up the estate based on, I assume, a will that was admitted to probate. And she was appointed as an executrix by the Suffolk County Surrogates Court.
She never put the will in because her husband had passed away like 4 months after. And she was dealing with her stuff and she never put it in, but the lawyer said it's valid, it's, real.
Right, but so the reason why we're asking the questions is because we're still showing as the listed owner, Anthony. And what would happen during a probate is once the will is admitted, and common is as he left, you said he left all of his property and belongings to you, and your two sisters.
Correct.
And that was responsible for making sure that that was completed and conducted. As of right now, we're still showing Anthony as the listed owner, so we didn't even know that he had passed away. So with Anthony being the listed owner and Annette not probating, so even though he passed away in 2013 and her husband passed away, you said 4 months after Anthony, or
Yeah.
4 months? So she had a lot going on in 2013 and 14, obviously.
Yeah.
But I guess the question is, the will, yes, is valid if an attorney's told you that, but we need to get the will probated in order to have you three listed as the owners. Now, that's not really at issue here during this public hearing. What's at issue here during this public hearing is the fact that under our town code, we have enough evidence now to declare this property a public nuisance and to remove you and any other occupants of the property and board up the house. So that's where
Why?
we're at.
There was only one arrest, which was too much as far as I'm concerned, but there was only one on the 20th and it wasn't at the house.
Well, we have information that differs from that, but a woman named Jacqueline Boros.
That's my daughter. She came to stay here because during the pandemic, she got laid off and she needed a place to stay.
Okay.
But
well,
it was the one time, and I told her at that point that because she didn't just disrupt the neighborhood when she came in, she disrupted my household. I work from home. I'm on the phone with my members most of the day, and it was just chaos. And I finally told her it either had to stop or you had to leave, and it stopped. She's not allowed to hang out in the garage. She's not allowed to have anybody over. I let her know you're here because you need a place to stay and so you can get on your feet again. And she's barely here because of it, but that's been taken care of months ago. It's been resolved. I
Well-
keep the utilities paid. I maintain the property. I had the cesspools, not one, but both of them pumped. So the next person doesn't have to go through it. I mean, I'm maintaining the house and
The
she
next-
was just the exception.
Okay, you've lost me there for a second. You're pumping the cesspools for the next person? What is
Well,
that?
no, when I noticed that there was green stuff coming up and I had them come because I realized they hadn't been pumped since either right before or right after I moved in. So when they came, they said they could have just done one, but I told them, no, do the second one so that the next person, because I'm not expecting to be here forever. But I just, didn't want the next person to have to deal with that right away. So while they were here, I had them both done. So I'm saying I do maintain the property. I'm trying to keep it as it is. It is going to be foreclosed. That's not a doubt. Because like I
Right.
said, there was no way I could overcome a 285,000 past due plus the regular mortgage that brought the house up to over 700,000, and it's definitely not worth it.
Wait, so let me just go back. So what you're saying is that right now there's $700,000 outstanding on the mortgage?
Wait, yeah, at least it was, like I said, 285,000 behind. We found out after, which we didn't know. He hadn't paid the mortgage because it was in the subprime. So when he passed, he was already 285,000 past due.
Okay, who is the lender or who's the bank or the, what's the name of the,
I mean, there was a whole stack of ones when we got the papers because they have put it through probate, but because she hadn't put the will in, they told me they talked to his children and, you know, they did all that work for they.
talk to whose children?
Anthony's, my brother, because he did have kids, but he was not, you know, he was estranged from them at that time.
Okay, all right.
So
Well,
the bank had done all that. That's why I'm surprised that
Okay.
he's still listed.
so.
The mortgage notes come in the estate of Anthony Darmenia, so they are aware.
Right, well, officially, he's still listed as the owner. I'm just curious, we're gonna do a little more research on that.
Mhm.
But in the meantime, here's what we've got. So is Jacqueline Boros, and she's also known as Jacqueline Johnson?
Yes, her name is Jacqueline Burrows, but she was married, so Jacqueline Johnson's her married name.
And is she
But-
still married?
She's in the process of getting a divorce.
Okay, so is she still living at the property?
She is here, but she's rarely here because, like I said, I told her she cannot hang out and have people over. It's not the reason she's here. She's here to have a place to sleep. So
Right,
that all stopped months ago. That she's rarely here now.
right, so she cannot live there anymore. She can't sleep there, she can't be there, because based on her conduct, and like I said, we've got the two arrests. One was an arrest, criminal possession of a controlled substance. Her next court date is July 16th, 2021. That was
Yeah,
on,
that was the only arrest on the 20th. It's the only arrest she had. I checked the courts. I checked everything.
well,
She
I-
only
I'm
had
gonna-
that one
well, I'm
arrest.
going to give you more information. So why don't I just read this off for you so that you know what she's been arrested for?
Mhm.
So she was arrested, right, she's 20-578155, criminal possession of marijuana, third, which is a felony over 3 ounces. The marijuana was found in her garage. In a statement, she implicated herself as the sole possessor of said marijuana. 20-578151, UPM second, violation of marijuana in her pocket. She was arrested at another location, but was observed leaving her residence prior to the stop. 20-573197, criminal sale of controlled substance, 5th degree. She sold ecstasy to another. The incident date for this arrest was November 17th, 2020, located at 163 West 18th Street, Deer Park. 20-571421, criminal sale of controlled substance in the 5th degree, sold ecstasy to another. Incident date November 16th, 2020. That was incident to this location where she had left there and conducted the transaction in Bay Shore. 20-541535, criminal sale of controlled substance in the 3rd degree, sold cocaine to another. Incident date October 29th, 2020. That was after she had left and been followed to 1 Marriott Plaza in Farmingdale, Suffolk County. So these are all, and by the way, all of this is as a result of several neighbors contacting me and several other town board members and us requesting the police's crime control section unit out of the 1st precinct to both surveil the address 163 West 18th Street, as well as surveil her for her activities. So I feel bad that she's your daughter. I'm sorry to see that either she's got an issue with drugs herself or she's just wrapped up with the wrong people if she's just conducting the transactions. But from what we've gathered from the neighborhood, and I'm sorry you're in the middle of this, but it has been an ongoing thing that we just are not going to stand for anymore. People who live on your street don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. But I'm going to leave that up to you. You're an adult and you'll have to deal with this issue. Happy to help you in any way we can. But I can tell you, and I can't speak for the town board, but based on everything that I've been told, everything that I've been shown, and the length of time that we've been dealing with this, we're going to have to take action on this. And it's going to involve her not being able to live there, because I believe that she has issues that she's got to straighten out. And we're not going to be letting her straightening them out at that location, because she is a big part of the problem here. I don't know who else lives there at this point beside her.
Her kids,
And who are her kids? What are her kids' names?
Juliana and John.
Juliana and John, and they have the same last name, Boros or Johnson?
Johnson.
Johnson. And how old are they?
Oh, 12 and 14.
Okay,
15.
so they're teenagers and they attend Deer Park schools?
No, they're still in Islip schools from where she had to leave.
Islip Hamlet?
Yes,
Regular Islip, okay. So they they live there, but they attend, so they're transported, or they're obviously a lot of virtual activity going on with schools, but yeah, so, and she has custody of the children, or there's a joint custody
there's joint custody.
with the father?
Yes.
And does the father still live in Islip?
No, just lives in North Babylon now.
Oh, he's in North Bend. What's his name?
John.
John Johnson?
Mhm.
Okay. We're not taking action today, but I think we need to talk further and we need to figure this out, but she cannot live there. That's going to be my recommendation to the town board.
Mhm.
And we're going to have to figure out what she's going to do. And again, what she's going to do in terms of the kids. Because it just can't, we don't have a track record to trust her to do the right thing. And so, in fact, I don't know where she is now. Is she at work or?
No, she's out. I don't know where she is. That's why I said she's very rarely here anyway,
Okay.
because she can't
Well,
have people here.
What I would suggest, and Jerry Guarino's on here as well as Joe Wilson. So Joe Wilson's our town attorney. Jerry Guarino is our assistant town attorney, deputy town attorney. And I'm going to suggest that we schedule a separate Zoom call with her and her mom, Joanne, in the next day or so. The next town board meeting is April 14th. Is that correct, Joe? Yes, April 14th.
Yes,
So we have to come to some resolution there because the board will take action on April 14th.
Okay.
After we close this public hearing today. So we need to, I want to hear from her. How old is she?
She's 37. She'll be
Oh.
37.
Jesus. Okay. So we're not talking about a kid here.
No.
No. So then, yeah, no, we have to have a conversation with her. And it's a little unfortunate that this is being put on you. We need to have a chat with her. So you find out when she's available in the next 2 days. And I want to have a chat with her before Friday.
Okay.
But I can tell you can give her the tee up on this, that she's not going to be able to stay there now. She's got to develop a track record of responsibility, and we need to figure out what's going on with her because it's been a mess. And I'm also aware of a lot of social media that she's on. I don't want to get into that now, but we need to have a conversation with her. And she's really put you in a bad position. She's put her kids in a bad position. And I want the 37-year-old Jacqueline Boros to start accepting some responsibility here.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you this, but it's bullshit that she's not here today to address all of the issues that she's created. And she should be ashamed of herself, and I hope embarrassed that she's put her mother in this situation. All right, so we'll be in, do we have your phone number, Joanne?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be in touch with you to arrange the Zoom call.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Kevin, do we have any other speakers for this public hearing?
No, we don't.
Okay, So I'm going to make a motion to close and reserve, second by Councilman Martinez. All those in favor? Opposed? Hearing is closed, decision reserved. And Joe and Jerry, would you follow up with Joanne and let me know when we can get that call scheduled for tomorrow or Friday?
No
No
problem.
problem.
Thank you. Okay, second public hearing is a public hearing on amending Chapter 2, Article 4, Section 2-8 of the Town of Babylon Uniform Code of Traffic Ordinances. I don't have any cards, so I'll take a motion from Councilman Mineta, second by Councilman Gregory to close and reserve. All those in favor? Opposed? Hearing is closed, decision reserved. That's it for the public hearing, so we'll go into the agenda. Do we have any cards for the agenda, Kev?
No, we do not.
Okay, so we'll go right into the agenda, Resolution 193.
Make a motion to approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution
Aye, you.
194.
I offer resolution 194.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 195.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta,
Yes.
Councilman Martinez,
yes.
Councilman McSweeney,
Yes.
Councilman Gregory,
Yes.
Supervisor Schaefer.
And I'll abstain. Resolution is approved. 4 votes in favor, 1 abstention. Resolution 196.
I offer 196.
And second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 197.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 198.
I offer 198.
Second.
All those in favor? Oh, I'm sorry. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilman Mineta,
Yes.
Councilman Martinez,
Yes.
Councilman McSweeney,
Yes.
Councilman Gregory,
Yes.
Supervisor Schaefer.
Abstain. Resolution is approved. 4 votes in favor, 1 abstention. Resolution 199.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 200.
I offer resolution 200.
And second.
All in favor? Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 201.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 202.
I offer resolution 202.
And second.
Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta,
Yes.
Councilman Martinez,
Yes.
Councilman McSweeney,
Yes.
Councilman Gregory,
Abstain.
Supervisor Schaefer.
Yes. Resolution is approved. 4 votes in favor, 1 abstention. Resolution 203.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 204.
I offer resolution 204.
And second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 205.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 206.
I move 206.
And second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 207.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 208.
I offer 208.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 209.
I offer resolution 209.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 210.
I move resolution 210.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 211.
I offer 211.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 212.
Offer resolution 212.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 213.
I offer 213.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 214.
Offer resolution 214.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 215.
I offer resolution 215.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 216.
Offer resolution 216.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 217.
I offer 217.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 218.
Offer resolution 218.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 219.
I offer resolution 219.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 220.
Offer resolution 220.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 221.
I offer 221.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 222.
Offer resolution 222.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 223.
I offer resolution 223.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is approved. Resolution 224.
Offer resolution 224.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, resolution's approved. Resolution 225.
I offer 225.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, resolution's approved. Resolution 226.
Offer resolution 226.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, resolution's approved. Resolution 227.
I offer resolution 227.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, resolution's approved. Resolution 228.
I offer resolution 228.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, resolution's approved. Resolution 229.
I offer 229.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, resolution's approved. Resolution 230.
I offer resolution 230.
I second.
Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta,
Yes.
Councilman Martinez,
Yes.
Councilman McSweeney,
Yes.
Councilman Gregory,
Yes.
Supervisor Schaefer.
Yes, resolution's approved. 5 votes in favor, 0 opposed. Resolution 231.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Would the clerk call the roll?
Councilman Mineta,
Yes.
Councilman Martinez,
Yes.
Councilman McSweeney,
Yes.
Councilman Gregory,
Yes.
Supervisor Schaefer.
Yes, resolution's approved. 5 votes in favor, 0 opposed. Resolution 232.
I offer 232.
I second.
Those in favor? Opposed? Resolution's approved. Resolution 233.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution's approved. Resolution 234.
I move resolution 234.
I second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution's approved. That's it for the resolutions. We'll go to the open portion. Any speakers?
Yes, I'm adding Mr. Bailey.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Great. Could you just state your name and address appearance-wise for the record?
Yes, I will. This is Raymond Bearline, and you spell the last name Baierlein. My address is 85 West Main Street, Bay Shore, New York. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And you are addressing 318 West 22nd?
That I am.
Great. Go for it.
Okay, Supervisor Schaefer, the members of the board, I can't see everybody, but I assume we're there.
They are there, yes.
Very good. As I indicated, my name is Raymond Bearline. I'm an attorney located out of Bay Shore, New York, and I represent a gentleman by the name of Corey Jackson. And I would like to speak with you today about the nuisance notice and shuttering of the property known as 318 West 22nd Street in Deer Park, New York. As I indicated to you, I represent Corey Jackson, and I'll start out. He is the current titled owner of the premises that I've just described. And I did forward to Mr. Guarino this morning by email a copy of the deed and all the associated documents that Mr. Guarino graciously offered to forward to the members of the board. And I hope that you did all receive that.
Yes.
And you'll see that contained in this packet is the certificate from the county clerk indicating that the deed has been validly recorded and it is the last deed of record for this property. And the deed is dated in May of 2020, and it was recorded in December of 2020. Now I'll begin. I don't know how much the board members may know of this property, but when I first became,
more than they would like to know.
and they're probably okay. I just don't want to be presumptuous.
So why don't let's cut to the chase.
Okay.
So board members, we've been aware of this property because we conducted a public hearing. We made a declaration. Mr. Bearline is here to request us to lift the public nuisance designation that the board approved for this property. As you know, and some of you might have known just in conversation, the former occupant / owner of the property passed away in early December. There were some questions that came up as to the status of his estate. We were contacted and spoke with a couple of his siblings who live in the area still. There was some back and forth with Mr. Jackson in him presenting the quitclaim deed that he had that was signed in May, that was recorded in December. short circuit everything, Steve Bertolino, who represented the family, contacted me recently and told me that the family has moved on from this. The house does have some financial issues going on with Bethpage Federal Credit Union, which I'm assuming will be left up to Mr. Jackson to deal with. At this point, the family is satisfied with all the actions that the town has taken. As you know, a lot of this was taken because of the neighbors surrounding the house and all of the antics and crazy illegal activities that were taking place at the house. And so all that's been resolved, obviously, sadly, by the previous owners passing and us removing all of the occupants who were in the house at the time. Mr. Bearline represents Mr. Jackson, who is now the owner. It's represented to us, and that Mr. Jackson is going to be living there. He shares custody of, I guess, one child, is it?
He has a 19-month-old son. Yes.
Right. Yeah, that he shares custody with, and he's going to be living there. He's not buying it to fix it up and rent it. He's living there as his primary residence. Is that correct, Mr. Bearline?
That is correct.
Right. So, and it's also my understanding that he spent some time visiting with some of the neighbors who, rightly so, have been very concerned about what's gone on at that address.
Yes, my client was aware of the former condition. He wasn't associated, of course, with the former owner in that way. He was presented with the opportunity to purchase the house from the owner, and when he did, he was aware of this history, knew that it was shuttered, and took the proactive approach of introducing himself to the neighbors to tell them, hey, I just bought this. I intend to live here. I want you to know this condition that you've had to live with is not going to continue. And that was why he approached the neighbors at that time.
Yep. And if you could add to his list, that I would suggest he contact the neighbors whose properties back up onto the property. So these would be people who live on, I believe, what side of the street is he on? Is he on the east or west side of the street?
You know what street is behind you? Do you know?
21st? Or
He's not sure, but of course, the people from the backyards, whose backyards adjoin his.
Yes. Yep.
You might want to come around. Okay.
Oh, is he there with you?
He's with me.
Oh, very good. Good afternoon, Mr. Jackson.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for following up with all of this,
Okay, thank you.
and looking forward to having you as a full-time resident now.
Thank you.
We'll send the welcome wagon.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate
You're not old enough to know what Mr. Bearline's old enough to know what the welcome wagon is. Not you.
It's called a tax bill.
Yeah, that's right. The tax bill will be there. Yes. So, all right, we're very satisfied, and we appreciate you working with us to make sure that the neighborhood now is happy with knowing that they have a nice young family man who's going to be living there. That none of the activities that were there before, they were just very upset with that, and we're grateful to you for bringing this all to a conclusion.
Thank you very much, Supervisor Schaefer.
So Joe, what I'm gonna do is make a motion to have the town board lift the public nuisance designation now, based on the representations from Mr. Bearline and us saying hello to Mr. Jackson, so that he can begin his new life in his new house with, would you say a son, your 19-month-old son?
Yes,
What's his name?
Carter Roosevelt.
Excellent. We look for, wow, Carter Roosevelt. Are those your favorite presidents, or?
Well, my father's name was Roosevelt, and I just named him after him with his middle name.
All
And my
right.
dad was an inspiration to me.
Awesome. So,
And he had passed away 2 years ago.
so this was in honor of your dad.
Correct.
Awesome. Well, that's great. And we wish you the best. And if you need anything from us, you know where to reach us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so I'll make a motion.
Supervisor Schaefer, before you do that, so I'll add resolution 235 to the agenda, and you can go ahead and introduce the motion.
So I'll introduce resolution 235, which will, in sum and substance, after the town attorney helps me out by putting a draft together, that lifts the public nuisance designation to 318 West 22nd Street, Deer Park, based on the representations that we've heard today. second by Councilman Martinez. Ask the clerk to poll the board.
Councilman Mineta,
Yes.
Councilman Martinez,
Yes.
Councilman McSweeney,
Yes.
Councilman Gregory,
Yes.
Supervisor Schaefer.
Yes. So the resolution is approved, 5 votes in favor, 0 opposed, and Joe will provide us with the draft that'll be added to the agenda. But in the meantime, you guys are good to go, and we appreciate you working with us on that.
Supervisor Schaefer, members of the board, thank you very much for your consideration.
Thank
On
you.
behalf of myself and Mr. Jackson, we very much appreciate your consideration in the matter.
Thank
Thank
you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone.
You too.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right, Kev, do we have any other speakers for the open portion?
No, we do not.
All right, so I take a motion from Councilman Gregory, second by Councilman McSweeney to adjourn. All those in favor?